Good morning. What the what? Hold on a second.
Chicago, I'm ready. I have my wallet. I have my little thing for the plane. I got my gear. I'm ready.
Amberlia is ready to go.
Yes. Let's do it.
Ready to go. Yeah, I got to tell you guys. And look, we haven't even gotten into the good mornings yet, man. But I got to tell you, I know it doesn't look it because just my facial expression is like I'm either completely animated or I'm just like deadpan. But believe me, I have like this ball of energy inside me right now. It's like this character from the Marvel universe I've mentioned before called the Sentry has the power of 100 exploding suns, man. I have like that power inside me right now of anticipation and excitement and joy and other words, and I just can't think of right now. Because you got to understand, man, it's not like we're just going to a convention. Like that's something amazing in itself, you know, like just going to see all the cool stuff and merch and, you know, mocks and, you know, etc. But we're going there also for people. It's not like there's like a couple people I'm going to meet, man. I feel like I'm going to meet like 100 people or something. It's crazy. It's insane. Then of course just the activities and the fun things we'll do, and I don't know, man. So good morning, Brickworld. Here we are again, yes. Another Sunday, another beautiful day with our host, myself, Brick Hive, TITANIUMJAY to my left, but it looks like my right from where I'm looking, and then right there below us is Amberlia Builds. Whew. Man, I just can't contain myself. And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot the applause, man. I was just telling Jay before we started, I'm like, I'm ready for the applause. And then I still forgot to do it. All right. Well, as per ritual, we are going to start our good mornings off. Then we will get on with the show. Just in case anybody doesn't know, the theme for today's show, the topic, will be prepping for Brickworld. I wasn't even going to use just conventions anyways, like for this one. It's just, you know, Brickworld. I mean, yeah. If you have experience, you're not going to Brickworld and you have experience prepping for other conventions, by all means, you are included in this conversation. But for us, I can't even look away. I can't even look away from the word Brickworld. It's like, I just got to put it down. So, yeah, a lot going on. And as you can see behind me, we've got a mock, but we'll get into all that. Let's get these good mornings going on. So we got here Hoarder 66, Will Harper. Good morning. Thank you for being here, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Brick Adjuster, what's going on, man? Good morning to you. Great last stream with our Toy World. I got to go back and finish watching. Hashtag replay game. Brickman USA, good morning to you. Thank you for being here. King Oldendorf, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. Macro Bricks, what's going on? I couldn't finish the shenanigans last night, man. I was so tired, dude. I cleaned the truck out so hardcore yesterday. It made me tired. Anyways, dude, what's going on? How you doing, buddy? Bricklock, what's going on, Mr. Lincoln? We'll see you soon as well. Let's see who else we got out here. Brick Hive, what's going on, man? You guys, that guy's shady. Just stay away from him. Let's see here. Chef T, what's going on? Good morning. Another one I'll be seeing pretty immediately. But again, we'll get into the prepping for Brickworld conversation later. Because actually, I have some news to tell Amberlia and Jay as well. That I haven't yet. So we'll tell them live and we'll get their reactions. Christine Harper, good morning to you. What's going on? Brick Stage Pass, what's up, Craigster? Craigster, let me know either in the chat if hopefully I'll see it, or let me know, like message me on Instagram. I feel like we had talked about using the bartender from the Mos Eisley Cantina as your sig fig. I just didn't want to completely confirm that without you confirming it as well. Because if that's the case, I need to start throwing you out there, man, in some of these videos, because I know it had to do with the stop motion, and I apologize everybody for being really slow on that, but we won't get into my excuses right now. Let's see here. Brian, what's going on? Good morning to you. Pink Wheels out there. Morning or morning, depending on which comment you read. Hope you're doing well. And Pink Wheels, again, I have a lot of people to thank that helped me with this mock, but you sending me that bulk lot of Lego really helped me. I just can't thank you enough. Miss Amy, good morning. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. Let's see here. I see Whiskey 488. What's going on, Wayne? Good morning, Brickworld. Maybe lurking for some of the show, dealing with an injured. Oh, well, hopefully your injured dog will recover very swiftly. But thank you for still lurking. We appreciate you. Let's see here. Well, Amberlia rant for the first time over here. Twitch multi-stream rules. It depends. Look, it just depends. I imagine her rants are similar to mine. Just depends on her mood, what the issue is, the time of the day, and just how she's feeling. So I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, she might have something to say about it. You never know. Brick Studio, what's up, Chris? Good morning. See you, Click and Cliff. Yo, I see Cliff out there. Trevor's videos. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon to everyone.
Good morning.
Yes, for everybody across the pond. Good afternoon to you. And we appreciate all 4 of you for watching. Seriously, all of you are just continuously surprising us and making the show more and more powerful each week. I can't express that enough of just the snowball effect in the organic growth that we've had with this show. And it's all thanks to you guys. Speaking of which, Brick Jedi, ahoy. Good morning. Glad you're here. Prince Brick, he says it's like Christmas Eve. That's a really good analogy, but it's still not even that. It's there's more to it than that. Because there's also, look, even for me, someone that's just loud and probably obnoxious most of the time, I have some butterflies too. I'm going to meet a lot of people I've never met in person. And, you don't want to look dumb. You're going to be insecure about things that you think might be wrong with you, blah, blah, blah. So, but it doesn't matter. That's going to be small compared to the amount of exploding suns of energy that I was just talking about. Fick and Bricks, another one. Fick, you're going to be right across from us, actually, man. I believe we're in 74, either 64 or 74. I can't remember. I was worried. I was worried, man, because I was looking over that map up and down, and I didn't see my name, and I was like, but then I finally found it this morning, so we're good. But yeah, Fick, you're like the area right across.
Yeah, Fick's pretty close.
Yeah. Nails, what's happening? And also, everybody, I posted on the my Instagram story right before the show the map, and it's a pretty clear map too. So if you go on there, I can't remember on the stories if you can like blow them up, but it doesn't matter.
Don't worry,
it's on the website. Yeah, Jay's got the map. Steve, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning.
A couple of brickheads out there. That must mean Sean the Right Way is in the chat. Good morning to you, my friend.
Yes.
So many activities. Yeah, that was something Amberlia was really digging was when we were. Yeah. I don't know if I even signed up for any. I think Jay signed up for some, but yeah, Amberlia was definitely all about some of them activities, which is good, man, because that's what they're there for. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Definitely, and I highly recommend to everybody, if you haven't, definitely now or as soon as possible, look over those activities, because there is like a slots to fill. Some of it costs money, I think, but it's all well worth it, and it's one of the great things about the convention. I'm just more of a spectator most of the time. Trevor's videos. Trevor, I think I said hello or good morning. Hope you had a good birthday. Yes, we'll get into that as well. Axel, good morning to you. Goodness, sorry, I'm going down the list, everybody. Larry, good morning. Larry Legend, how you doing, my friend? I can't wait to meet all you guys, dude. I'm gonna be so damn emotional. King Oldendorf with the donation. Never make a friend with a snake hive. Yeah, we can get into that later, maybe if we got time, but that's a whole different thing. Let me do a thing for you. Let's do one of the new ones. Let's do the Tron one. Dang. Thank you so much, King. Appreciate you very, very much. That means a lot. Let's see here. Craig says we did. All right, man. I'll get him out. Yep. That's great too. That's hilarious. All right. I'm just going down the chat, just making sure to mention bricks and stuff. What's up? Good morning. Daily Brick. Lex out there. Lex, don't let me forget. Message me. I gotta get you my number because me and you definitely need to ping each other. That's very important as the days go on. Bright Switch Bricks in the house. Good morning,
Hello.
Lynn. How are you today? Thank you for being here. I hope you're as excited as we are. Yeah, you were going, right? Yeah, as far as I know, you're going. Yeah, I've seen your posts and stuff. Make sure you wipe your feet and hit that like button on the way in. Thank you, everybody. Or thank you, Chef, for saying that. I appreciate it.
That's awesome.
Full with bricks. What's up, Baza? How you doing, man? You know, I gotta tell you, it's taken me a little while to say Baza. And I just internally in my head, you know, I just always called you by, you know, Barry, right? And I feel like I've just known you long enough. I'm like, I hope it's okay. I feel comfortable enough saying Baza. Plus it's just super cool. I've been kind of waiting to say it. But yes, my friend, thank you for being here. Hope you're doing well. We heard that you were, I don't know the details, a little under the weather. But yes, hope you're doing better, my friend. Let's see here. I think I'm almost there. Scott, what's going on, Scott? Good morning to you. I think I'm almost at the bottom. No more bricks. What's up, my friend? My bricks and me. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And all of you are so great. Thank you for being here. Brick Sergeant. I guess I don't belong here anymore. Wait, I don't understand. I don't. Good morning. Did I miss you in the chat? I'm sorry. Good morning. I'm not sure. Nerd Brick, what's going on? Good morning to you.
Okay. I want a second macros. You belong everywhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, I don't know if I missed something, but yeah, definitely you belong here. All right, got to the bottom of the chat. And before we move on to anything else, just want to say good morning, hello, or good afternoon, or good evening to the replay gang.
Hello, replay gang.
Yes, thank you for replaying. We really appreciate that because, as I've mentioned many times, our replay gang is strong, like very strong. Scotty V, good morning to you. Lex says, man, Chicago last year was great. Definitely a little nervous, but it'll be a blast. Yes. Yeah, and believe me, we will have much to say about that. And I'm gonna shut these lights off just so I don't overdo them before the show. But I was just I had them on just because I wanted to show off the light I got for the backdrop. I found these two bar lights, I guess you'd call them, you know, and they change color. And I was like, man, I bet those would fit like set perfect right on top of the back. You know what I mean? And they did. Danny Phantoms, good morning. Good morning. What's going on? Thank you for being here, my friend. All right, where's this switch? Did I get it? Did I do it? All right, good. Yeah, we're good. Also, if you had noticed, I have us three, our sig figs up top here, which will be coming with the mock. Got to represent Good Morning Brickworld, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Wow. Have you guys had a good week? Everything been good?
Yeah. No, it's I got to participate in my first Twitch raid train.
I saw your post.
Yeah.
And it seemed like it was a pretty massive raid train. It wasn't like just people. There was like a whole list of people.
Yeah. It's similar to like what of course it's not the exact same thing as the 72-hour community stream, because that's a huge thing that we all do annually.
Right.
But it's similar in the sense of each person picks a time slot, and you do like you raid the next person as you wrap up. So it was really cool to get like that whole kind of like train of people kind of going along and just having a good time.
Definitely. And I will say that's something really cool about Twitch. And something that would be cool if YouTube could figure out a way to kind of do that as well. Jay, what are you flexing right now, man? What?
I found the Ninjago BAM figures. These are cool.
Oh, right. I forgot because I have not been to the Lego store.
I'll show these more a bit later.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, that's I totally forgot about that too, man. I really should try and hit a Lego store.
Well, I'm gonna check. I haven't
well,
checked the local store yet, the Schomburg location. So they might have them there.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'll find them somewhere. But all right, well, I guess we should just go ahead and get into which when we had our meeting, we agreed. I mean, there is some news, but nothing too crazy this week. So real quick, I want to say about this. Oh gosh, that was too quick.
It hasn't. My laptop's not happy. It hasn't even shown up on my screen yet. Oh shoot, I removed it.
All right. Well, I will say
wait,
while he's doing that, that Tranquil Garden. Look, and everybody in the chat, is that minifig kind of scale?
Yeah. See, there we go.
Because I want to pull that out of the whatever it sits in, the frame. So
I think it's minifig scale.
And put it just kind of like in the forest. I figured that,
yeah, there we go.
It looks like it's minifig scale. I know that's minifig scale.
Yeah, there we go.
So yeah, that's the thing I was curious about with the Tranquil Garden. Because it's a beautiful setup.
I want to say this will be 110. Not quite sure. It looks decently substantial for 110. The trees are at least decent.
All right, you're right. Look, I don't want to say anything yet. I need to see it a little bit more.
Yeah, we need official images
because it doesn't look like there's any special mold or anything, and it doesn't look like there's anything crazy going on. I mean, it's a beautiful build, but crying out loud. But yeah, I want to just take it out of that.
Yeah, I do too.
Same thing I did with the bonsai tree.
Yeah, might integrate it into the Ninjago modulars. It'd fit in well, I think.
Yeah. What do you think, Gabriel? You like it?
It's cool.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have a city.
And then there's this.
Yeah. I need
new Sabine helmet.
Sabine. The Sabine one. Yeah.
Day for the Ahsoka show. Yeah.
Yep. Day one purchase.
Hopefully this part doesn't go to $100 like the last one is.
Yeah.
I
don't need to see any more. I don't need to see any more. Day one purchase.
Oh.
That's it. Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. It's a new helmet.
I want to see the full set.
I got the old one.
Okay, we have ideas. Orient Express.
What's up, Tech? Good morning. Yeah, so this thing, I imagine it's going to be like the crocodile train that had come out a couple years ago or whatever.
Yeah, a bit like that.
Look, if you're a big train fan, get it. Go get it. Go be yourself, man. Go, But yeah, it's not going to be something I'm going to get, even though I will admire it. But man, it goes back to how many. God dang, Lego puts out a lot of above $300 sets, man.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. And speaking of above $300 sets,
Gringotts, dude. Harry Potter fans were like, like they are losing their damn minds, dude.
Yeah.
The posts I saw about this thing. And then, of course, all the thumbnails, you get the I got proposed to thumbnails, it's great. It's great. Yeah, Laura, she was like, woo. I mean, and I get it. Dude, I'm a Harry Potter fan myself. I'm not as hardcore into it, but dude, if you're a hardcore fan, man, yeah, of course you want Gringotts, dude. Especially if you've got like Diagon Alley and you have yourself kind of like a Harry Potter city. I agree, Brickman Heater. Look, I don't want to jump the gun yet because every time I think something's going to be here, then they do something and it's like, but we'll see. We'll see.
And there will be a promo as well, the Gringotts Vault promo. I wonder if it'll connect to the set itself. I suppose.
I mean, don't they want like a cool coin like the Star Wars fans got?
Yeah.
Don't you guys want a coin instead of like something brick built? Come on, everybody. I feel like I'm being salty. Dang it. All right. Moving on.
Let's see. So this and the next one that'll show are coming to the Lego VIP, I think. So you can get them.
This is the second wave of them.
Yeah, this is the last two.
The last two, yeah, from the Bricktober.
I will say, as an addictive completionist personality type, these would look beautiful, like as a set on a shelf. You get all 4 of them, whatever. I'm not condoning that, by the way. I'm not condoning that. You guys buy as you see fit.
Yeah,
I'm not like shy. Do it, get it, do it. Like, God dang, dude, I just bought some. It's like, guys, back off, man. What's that show? The show, I know you like it, Amberlia. Dude's like, all right, I'm going to need you to get way off my back right now.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. Pitch meeting.
Yeah, pitch meeting. Yeah. Anyways, Jay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so these two will be available sometime. Also, I didn't put it in here, but there's double VIP points happening now until the end of the day on the 13th. Before Brickworld Chicago starts.
Yeah. Now, I will say real quick, I did buy something today, this morning. I bought like the Big Fig guy, that big figure.
Yeah.
Only because I wanted to get that summer add-on VIP pack.
Oh yeah,
and I didn't know if it was still going to be around when I was in Chicago, so I just bought that. And anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, I got some things at the Lego store. Got the summer VIP pack.
I cut Amberlia off. She was going to say something.
No, I was gonna. I was asking, do we know when these are going to be in the reward center?
Oh, yeah, I do not.
Because these go
one
real
will
quick.
Be launched on the 16th of June and the other on the 11th of July. Order has not been revealed, and the previous two were 2,400 VIP points, so these will probably be the same.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't mention that price per piece count isn't everything. It's just one factor to be involved in looking at a set. You know what I mean? But you can't just go by exact numbers. But I will say, I forgot to mention with Gringotts, that's almost 5,000 pieces, man. You're getting close to 5,000 pieces, and it's 430, I think. Like $430, man. Like, I feel like that's a good deal, man. Unless they got it's like a mosaic and it's like one by one studs or something, But no, I'll give credit where credit's due, man.
And then we have
Spider-Man.
So the new No Way Home final battle set, I forget what it's called. The Lifestyle Pictures confirm there are alternate head and hairs for the 3 Spider-Men.
Yes.
Well,
yes, good.
Nice. That's nice.
Well,
there you go. That's awesome.
The heads though are not new. None of these face prints are exclusive. Like you can see for the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man right there. That's from Jim Halpert.
I mean, granted, it looks good.
Yeah. I mean, it fits decently.
So, if you want, dude, I can't say anything. I'm trying to be positive about the set. I can't.
And that's it for the news.
Day one. I'm buying it day one.
A lot of people are buying it day one.
Yeah.
I won't, but that's cool. Chicago.
I see what you're doing, Hive.
What are you talking about? Oh. That was my Hive.
I saw what you were doing there.
By the way, I saw jumper plates here. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you being here. Good morning.
Yeah. Do we know when the 4+ Jedi Temple's coming out in the US?
I'm glad you called it that, by the
I
way.
thought that
I think
was
we should all be
August
calling it
1st.
that.
Let me look.
August 1st.
I don't know.
I believe
feel
it's
like I'm
August
way above
1st.
that age range, so at least physically, not mentally. But later, Lex. Have a good one, brother. Yeah. Also, those Bricktober sets, they're cool, man. I can't remember the details again. Planet Tech.
Yeah, it's August 1st.
Dude, you never noticed how hot Tech was? Are you kidding me? Man, I don't know how you.
Wait.
It's like you can't even. It's like looking at the sun, man. You can't even stare at Tech too long.
King Oldendorf.
His handsomeness is just too strong.
That was for King Oldendorf only. The rest of you, you're fine.
Then you throw in a good personality or whatever, man. Just your head explodes. Like, you know, watch out. Dude, this is Hive, man. She's gonna tell me, be like, all right, now listen. Don't be hitting on all the YouTubers when you're all right, I'm just kidding. But yeah, seriously, Tech, you're hot. All right, moving on. It's you know, that made me think of that whole thing about me wanting to meet Ross. And I'm just like, I go like this to Emily, and I'm like, excuse me. Just go straight for Ross. Oh gosh, man. By the way, Ross was on the latest Kelly Brick clip. You all should go check it out.
Yes.
He's so funny, man, but I know I haven't met him in person, but like you can tell Ross just got such a good heart, man. He's just such a good dude. Great interview. All right, well, let's see here. I think we should move on to your whole gig, Amberlia. Also,
my whole gig, because I have a couple, so I'm curious which one this one is.
I figured unless you wanted to break them up, I mean, we can just run them all. I mean, I know that you might have something new for us. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So I do think we should break it up a little bit because I think that's a lot of me all at once.
All right,
so it might be good. It might be good just to give, just a little bit. What is it? My husband told me you gotta leave him wanting more. So
there you go. Yeah.
All right.
We'll do that.
Well, I suppose this would probably be the best time to start with celebrations. So let me get those set up. And I will say again, we're not trying to repeat anything. So it is my own thing here. But yeah.
Well, and we'll
see how it goes.
Yeah, and the show is always evolving. You know what I mean? So it's all good. But yeah, it's our own takes on things.
Exactly.
And we were very fortunate, Amberlia. I was gonna start doing it, and she just was like, "No, I got you." She just started doing it. So, all right,
awesome.
It's a celebration.
It's all good.
Yeah, it looks great.
All right, awesome. So, all right. Instead of a video, I decided because I tried like narrating this like at 2 a.m. last night, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to talk through it. This will be more fun. Right. So, so it's time. It's time to celebrate and shout out our community. So, kicking off things, we want to wish a very happy birthday to the queen bee herself, Mrs. Hive.
Yes, happy birthday to Mrs. Hive.
Happy birthday.
Yes. Also celebrating a birthday is Emily from the Tray Company.
Yes, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Spoiler warning. It was Jesse's Brick Galaxy's birthday. Happy birthday.
Really
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jesse.
And then Richie from our Toy World fame got a year older as well. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Richie.
And last but not least, Bricklock's triplets turned 15. Good luck, man.
Yeah, one more year, and you're going to have 3 drivers on your hands. Happy birthday to the triplets.
Happy birthday.
Yes. And then some celebrations.
Ah,
Tasman Bricks hit 200 followers milestone on Twitch. Congratulations.
congratulations.
Awesome. And then we have Bricklock again, who reached the 100 follower milestone on Twitch. Congrats.
Yes. Congrats.
Also, Tim's Brick Adventures is celebrating their 3-year anniversary, as well as reaching the 100 video milestone. So that's awesome. Congrats.
Congratulations.
And a shout out to Trevor's Videos, who reached the 300 subscriber milestone on YouTube. And he also has reached the 100 video milestone. And just a side note, his last haul video is doing fantastic. The last look I saw, he was almost at like 2K views. So congrats
Awesome.
on that. Congrats on the success.
Definitely.
Yeah. And of course, we want to share your milestones and your celebrations. So please tag us at Good Morning Brickworld. Use the hashtag GMBW celebrations, or you can message us directly at the Good Morning Brickworld account. I do want to preface, you need to tag at Good Morning Brickworld because Instagram has some weird things about what ends up in a hashtag and what doesn't. So even if we follow the hashtag, we may not see it. In fact, we had a situation where I think one of us saw one and then the other of us didn't. So if you tag at Good Morning Brickworld, number one, it makes it easy for us to share socially, as well as making sure that we get notifications and it's seen there, because we do not want to miss your celebrations.
Yeah, we might see it, you know what I mean? But it's really important if you, it's pretty much guaranteed if you tag, at Good Morning Brickworld. But yeah, congratulations to everybody and to the celebrations and the birthdays and everything else. We love this part of the show because obviously it's a celebration for you guys. It's a great way to do an interaction with all of you. And I've said it once, I've said it a billion times. Your birthday really should be the most important holiday of the year. It celebrates the day you were born. Without that, no other holiday would really matter because you wouldn't be here to celebrate it. So
exactly.
And don't be shy. I know I'm kind of like one of those sometimes where it's like, oh, it's my birthday. Nah, man, give it to us. If anything, think of it like you're donating content for us to use. You know what I mean? Like, here, it's something for the show. So
yes.
If anything, think of it like that. So thank you, everybody, for their contributions to the show. Jay, would you like to jump into the Njango segment, or should we?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I'd love to. But cue the intro.
Oh, let me get that intro ready for you here. Where is Jay? There it is. I was like, it seemed really quiet for a second there.
Yeah.
Interesting Ninjago news pop up. There were some potentially real descriptions of the next 10 Ninjago episodes leaked.
Hold on.
We don't know if those are real yet.
I wasn't sure if that was my computer or not.
No, it's mine.
I'm gonna have to pay for some better internet for you, Jay.
Yeah. My laptop just doesn't like me. Let me try.
Oh, dude, it's all good, man. By the way, good morning, Sai.
Actually, I'll just talk about them in person because I was going to talk about these.
Oh, yes. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Let me put you on the Jumbotron here. There we go. There we go. So, yeah, please let us know, Jay. Where can we get these?
So you can get these at the Lego store in the Build a Minifig area. And let me get them out of the case. If I can get them out of the case. We'll see. So we have this training student here. If it focuses. It may not.
Focus.
You can do it. Focus.
In fact, we're just going to take the camera over here.
There we go.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, because I keep talking about technology or magic, but it's like, no, it's supposed to be technology.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at that print. Look at that torso.
Yeah, so that's the training student. This training student torso isn't actually exclusive.
But that
It's-
hairpiece looks exclusive.
I don't actually know if it's exclusive. It
I
might
don't
be.
believe I've seen a hairpiece like that.
But the training suit is also in that Ninjago Creative Ninja brick box, as well as with short legs in the Ninjago City Markets. But it's cool to get here because now you can army build a bunch of training suit ninja, which I might do. And then we have Sora here. If it focuses, there we go. This is different from the Ninjago, the standard set Sora. As you can see, no leg printing. No arm printing either. But the torso is exclusive. If it chooses to focus. One of these days it will. There we go.
All that matters is we're getting some of that sweet, sweet wood table content.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the hairpiece. This hairpiece is only in Ninjago City Markets, Ninjago City Markets and Build a Minifig. So if you want the hairpiece, you can get it there. And the face is exclusive.
Yeah, these are great minifigs, man.
The regular Sora face has an angry face or a smiling face with powered up eyes. But you don't get a smiling face with regular eyes.
Dude, and that gold print on the arm.
Yeah. Well, this is from the official sets. Unfortunately, you only get a plain arm and Build a Minifig.
Yeah, but still, man. I mean,
And then finally, we have Aaron. I brought out Aaron's casual suit here, but the torso is the same between casual suit and ninja outfit. As you can see, you get orange arms on both sides rather than just the one.
Right.
If it focuses.
It's trying. I appreciate the effort.
And then the symbols, there's a nice black symbol on the back.
Yeah.
Focus.
There we go.
Nice. Whereas over here, it's just like a dragon tail extension. And then another exclusive face. Exclusive smiling face. If it chooses to focus. It won't.
It's because it's Ninjago. Set ninja.
Oh, wait, that's perfect. That's perfect. Right there.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, you need to put like a little X like on the table there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, have they done this before with Ninjago figs?
No, not with Ninjago figures. There are also actually 6 Ninjago figures you can build in the Build a Minifig, but 3 of them are just Kai, Nia, and Lloyd. They're core suits from the Ninjago core line, which you can get in sets. So don't buy them. I mean, unless you want them. If you don't plan on buying any other Ninjago sets, or you don't have those suits, or you want an army build and a particular Ninjago variant.
Right.
But these figs are the ones to get. And someone had asked me, I forget who it was, but someone asked me if the Build a Minifig was still $10 because somewhere it was $13.
Mm-hmm.
And these were $10. So
I see.
Apparently they changed somewhere, but not everywhere. And yeah, that's the Ninjago segment. The surprise live Ninjago segment.
I feel like I feel like one day we should have a topic on figs from the stores, because that's a whole thing that I think about, then I forget about, and I think about and forget about. That most, I don't want to say all, but definitely most of the figs that they come out with, the Build-A-Fig stuff at the stores, are exclusive to the Lego stores. Like, they're generally not in sets, or nothing like that. And sometimes it's just some pretty standard stuff, but other times,
and also to note, if you're coming to Brickworld Chicago, I haven't checked the Schaumburg store yet, but these are for sure at the Northbrook store. And they were not at the Gurney Mills store, which was disappointing because that store is really far away.
Yeah, I mean, because I have, and we'll get into this more in the next hour, but like I have some Lego store figs that I'll be selling at Brickworld as well. So I remember looking, and a lot of people were definitely trying to get stuff, especially some of the ones from the past. But But I did see a couple new people out there. I saw SD Bricks. What's going on? How you doing, my friend? Thank you for being here. I also see Mrs. Neverland. What's going on, Mrs. Neverland? Thank you for being here. It's good to see you. Oh man, how many parts does everyone's store allow them to get in the build a minifig? My store allows 20, but don't want it to change. Well, Will, if you want us to, I mean, you shouldn't say it in a public chat on the internet. Even though I get it, no one knows what store you go to. But I think like every time I've gone, there's been times I've put in a couple extra pieces in there. Sometimes not even really thinking about it, and they don't care. You know what I mean? I think if you just try and stuff them full like of stuff, like it's that's when I think it's a big deal. Because there's also times like, for instance, there've been maybe animals, and instead of putting like one pig in each thing, I'll put like 3 of them in each, and they don't. They don't really care. That's not a whole lot to them, So yeah, it just depends. I imagine, your store, just like with the Pick-a-Brick cup, with Pick-a-Brick wall.
Pick-a-Brick walls. And again, we'll get into more of this in the second hour, but the Gurney Mills Pick-a-Brick wall and the Northbrook Pick-a-Brick wall were similar-ish. There are some similarities in parts. I only got a Pab cup from one of them though.
Yeah. Yeah, and for some reason, I don't know why, a lot, not all, but a lot of the ones I have, and especially the ones I'll be selling and stuff, are holiday ones. I just happen to always be around there during the holidays. So I've got like all the elves and the Santas and Mrs. Clauses and stuff like that. Anywho. So yeah, great Ninjago segment. And that was definitely a different sort of one too, because it kind of involved like elements of a Lego store as well. Sorry, I just want to make sure I knew where I was at here. All right, I know there was something that we wanted to show as well before we get in the second hour, and that was some pictures that people have hashtagged us in.
Yes. Well, and I have my tech segment, but I'm going to do it live.
Oh. I can't remember. Was that something we were gonna the hashtag pictures? Were we gonna do that live, or is that something you already had?
I can do that live too.
Oh,
I can do all kinds of things live.
All right. Yeah. I figured you probably could definitely. So, sorry, I just wanted to make sure. Like I said, I knew where I'm at here. Yeah. So I guess we can get that ready to go. We could show those pictures because there wasn't a whole lot. But I will say that if you have a picture that you would like us to show, definitely hashtag us in it. And I want to say it's hashtag like Good Morning Brickworld, right? There wasn't anything.
You know what? Actually, I have a couple different hashtags set up because it depends on what you're sharing with us. So if you are sharing, for example, a celebration, you're going to want to use the celebration hashtag. If you are sharing a mock with us, you'll want to share the mock hashtag. And what I will do is I will get those in the chat here for everybody so that they can see.
And I'll make sure going forward that I have those in the description.
And tag us.
Yes. And look, in the description, like right now, at least, there's links to our webpage, which I don't even think I updated it for this month actually, but on the webpage, we generally always have like kind of like a little intro by me for the month, like past videos that you can check out, past streams. Definitely our merch store is there. That's something, we try to promote, to go there. You can get, you can see Amberlia is wearing one of the shirts. I know they are soft too. Yeah. Right. But we have hats. We have all kinds of different stuff, and it constantly changes. I add stuff, I take stuff off. But if there's stuff that you are interested in, there's a good chance, I will be removing it at some point. And then some stuff will tell you if it is, but it might be limited for a certain time
Yeah.
period or something like that. Like I imagine if I can get off my butt and get stuff rolling, you know, we might have stuff that's for the fall, you know, like kind of Halloweenish type stuff, and then it's only going to be for that time period. But anyways, but we also have links to Instagram pages, the channels, it's just stuff like that.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you're interested, you know, go to these descriptions, and definitely with the hashtags, like Amberlia said, there's different hashtags for different things.
Yeah.
And
And
hashtag accordingly.
And while you're down there in the description, make sure to hit the like button.
Oh yes, the like button.
You know, if you're there,
yeah,
much appreciated.
yeah. Market yourself to that thing. So yeah, definitely, like I said, tag us. And also something I wrote down here at the meeting, so that way everybody knows that a lot of the hashtags, some of them might be long because Good Morning Brickworld is kind of a long thing. But look, once you type it in, like your phone and all that stuff, it'll start autofilling, you know, so you don't have to completely type out every single thing all the time. And just let you know. I don't want to be intimidating on you. So
yeah, I was gonna say Instagram's pretty good about auto completing some of that stuff for you.
Mhm.
Also, the reason we use, just like to give some context, the reason we use the hashtags is just because we know what part we're sharing it for, right? So we know, oh, okay, this is where, you know, we're sharing a mock or it's sharing a celebration. It just makes it easier as opposed to us trying to go through all the tags and just kind of see like what everything is for. And you may have something you want to celebrate both, because maybe you want to celebrate as a mock, but you also want to be like, this is my first mock I've ever displayed. Those are two different celebrations.
Yeah, and we're pretty adamant about, you know, just like with the normal celebrations that we obviously show, like it doesn't have to be some type of insane, you know, or numerical type of milestone that you feel isn't on par with something else. You know what I mean? Like if you're trying to reach something, man, and you reach it and you're happy and you're celebrating that, that's what it is. It's celebration. You know what I mean? So
exactly. That's what it's exactly what it's about.
Yeah, let us know, you know. So what you say there, Amberlia? What do you think? Should we pull up some hashtag pictures?
Yeah, let's do you know what? You know, I'm gonna do all the stuff. I'm gonna do all my stuff if that's cool.
Yeah, do it.
Right, let's just do it.
Do
Okay.
it.
So first I am going to start with I need some intros.
Oh, you're right.
To come up with some stuff.
Goodness gracious. Hold on, man. Oh, you mean like some different ones? I was like, because
right. Well, no, there's an intro for. Is there an intro for just sharing stuff from Instagram? Awesome.
Hey, nice. I'm always honored when people like incorporate us into like mocks and stuff like that. Like, so good morning, Brickworld.
Yes. No, I love this. And this was one of those. So this was one of those that there was a tag, but there was a hashtag, but there wasn't the tag. And I couldn't find this one. I never saw it. So we're a little late. I know it was edited a week ago to have the hashtags and stuff on there, but we're a little late sharing it. But yeah, I couldn't find it. So that's why when you do the @Good Morning Brickworld, it makes things easier for sure. So yeah, here is this. I love this. This is so cute.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. And I know I've shared this one on Instagram in the past, but Mayo had this really awesome one where you could see the gigantic brick hive.
I know. I'm so appreciative that he did that.
Yes.
And it looks excellent. Fantastic. You know, that whole setup. Yeah.
And definitely, oh wait, oh my gosh, I'm such a bad, I didn't heart this. Well, you know what? We'll heart these live on,
there you go.
There we go. That's much better.
Excellent.
That's much better. All right. So yeah, definitely, like I said, tag us, use a hashtag, and we'll definitely share these. So next I have the celebrations. Let me get that together here. I I feel like I need like some music for like while I'm getting stuff together.
Yeah, I mean, I can pull something up here.
Oh no, you don't have to, because by the time you did,
well, did we do celebrations, or am I missing something?
no, we did celebrations. We did celebrations, but ads happened, so I was concerned that some people missed them.
Oh, yeah, I did. I took that off, by the way, everybody. I don't know if it will take effect immediately,
No,
or
I
if
was
it
seeing
has to
some
wait
stuff
till
in
the
the
stream's
chat.
over with. Yeah, I saw that too. I don't know. I must have clicked on something that was different than before, because nobody said anything about it before, so I must have done something.
Yeah, no, it was definitely different.
But
And
yeah.
so, all right, let me share this screen now. Get us back to the start first. Okay, here we go. All right, so we did our questions for Brickworld Chicago preparation. And so with this, are you going to Brickworld Chicago? 39% yes, 61% no.
Oh, bummer. I'm so sorry, everybody.
Yeah. I'm sad that I won't get to meet that 61%. That's where I'm sad. But I understand everybody has their own thing going on or whatever. And for that 61%, we'll have to figure out another way to meet. That's all I have to say.
Definitely.
All right. If you are going, what are you most hyped for? So to meet everyone. I mean, I love this answer. Like, yes, to meet everyone. Seeing my designs for the convention for the first time, keep an eye peeled for them. That's amazing. I love this. I love that people have these first time moments and how exciting they're going to be. All the bootleg deals outside the convention. Again, we have meeting people, meeting other Lego peeps, and of course, pinwheels and mocks. Yes. And I've mentioned this before, but I cannot wait to see mocks in person for the first time. This is amazing. I've seen videos and I have not seen a mock in person. So this will be exciting. And then, so I asked, which best describes your packing style? Maybe this gives a small hint to where I am right now that I would ask this question. So packed and ready to go by my travel day, 59%. 32% are last minute packers. 5% toss everything in and cross their fingers. And 5% have said that their packing style cannot be labeled. There's no labels for it.
These are really good questions and answers.
And then how much money, how much moolah will you be spending in Chicago?
I can't even look at this question.
So we have like a little bit, 13%. I'd say a mid-level amount, 53. So there are 53% of these people are fairly responsible and know what to do or know how to like manage their money. And then 13% are, you know, just going to spend some money and are going to enjoy themselves and have a great time. And 20% are where I am and they have a crying wallet.
Yeah. So look, real quick. I always look at your questions on Instagram. When I got to this, I immediately swiped. I was like,
oh, and Fab Blondie Bricks just jumped in. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes. And before I get to my next segment, I do want to take a minute because we do have some comments here that I wanted to acknowledge. And oh wait, ads are happening on live streams now. Hive, not your fault. Are they still happening, or did that? I don't know if that got taken care
there
of.
was a button or a box that I think I clicked on when I was just setting everything up.
Yeah, it was probably something new, and they probably defaulted it.
I think it was something to do with mid
roll,
mid roll or something like that. So I
mid roll,
and everything, and then saved it. But I don't know if it will take an effect immediately or if it happens like after the stream's over with. I won't do it live. So, but I apologize, everybody. It won't be on the next one.
And I love what Trevor says here. I take my hat off to everyone who creates mocks. You're all amazing. Your minds are so creative in what you all create. Love to all of you. Trevor, that's a very sweet and wonderful sentiment. And I absolutely agree. I mean, all the work that goes into them are absolutely fabulous. And sometimes I think even I forget like that, you know, these people just had some Legos and like a dream and came up with these amazing things. So yes. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. And that's 100. Yes, for sure. And then, of course, we've got some extra comments from those questions. I've done throw it all into the car and pray and spent 10 hours rebuilding at the con. Oh, my heart goes out to you. That sounds,
I mean,
oh,
and look, we will definitely be getting into that in the next hour, like, because that is something out of all the things we're going to talk about for prepping for Brickworld, I feel like mocks is the most complex, difficult, and probably stressful part of this prep thing. Like us getting merch and blah blah blah. And me and Jay are going to sell stuff like that. You know, that's not much, man. It's a little organization, but mocks, and the bigger they are and the further you're away is the more difficult it gets. I mean, because even though I've seen people try it, like just shipping stuff is not, I just say you can't do it, man, but it's a stressful thing. But yes, Shadow War 1, new member. Oh my gosh, thank you. I don't know what to say except for I will do the new member thing. Let's do Devastator, everybody. Okay, hold on, here we go. Gosh, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate these so much. But yeah, we'll be getting more into the whole mock stuff.
I have a new segment that I'm gonna be trying out here. I've talked a little bit on my stream, and I actually recorded a video, but the video was like 8 minutes, and I didn't have time to edit, and I was like, nah, I'm just gonna do it live. Because no, I don't have time for that, and nobody wants to watch that for 8 minutes. That's just me probably going you can watch me do live.
I don't think anybody does that more than me, but one day we can have a contest.
Okay, but nobody beats me in the likes because I am an original Valley girl.
That was like me saying dude. I used to say dude to almost everything. I finally pulled back, and I only say it a little bit.
Create your QR code, you end up with this really super simple screen, right? And this is your QR code. What you do is you put in your URL here. So whatever, it may be a link to your TikTok profile, maybe it's your YouTube channel, whatever you want. There's a couple customization options here. You can do like little dots, little squares. Now, some apps and services will do something like even fancier for you, you know, and give you a little bit more options. Some of those are paid, but this is just something simple. You can pick some colors. And then here you've got the file types here. And I'm just briefly going to explain these. So you've got a PNG, you've got a JPEG, and you've got an SVG. For the most part, you're probably just going to want to do a PNG. PNGs are, you know, they're just pixel graphics. They are the ones that support transparency. If you are concerned about file size and things like that and only have a little bit of room to store something somewhere, a JPEG is going to be more compressed and smaller. It won't support transparency, so that'll be fine. An SVG, that's actually a scalable vector graphic. And so if you, for example, wanted to print and have something on a banner, maybe somewhere, you'd probably want to go with the SVG because that's not pixel based, it's math based. And so you can scale that up as large as you want without losing detail. One of the things you want to be cautious of is because this is literally the link. If you have something that is like too low of a quality, or it starts to lose some of its crispness around the corner, you know, around some of the squares, it may not be able to translate it easily. So that's just something to keep in mind. You don't want to take a super small file and try like image and try to make it this big and have things kind of blow up and maybe not work. Also, that means when you're using it, you don't want to make it too small to where the squares and things, it can't actually make out what it is. So I always recommend before you get things printed, before you do any of that, test that the QR code works and goes where you expect it. Like do a little test print, things like that. So this is how you can create your own QR codes. Now, another question that sort of came up was, okay, where do I send people to? right? Because you may have a YouTube, an Instagram, a TikTok, things like that, right? So with that in mind, oh, actually, I take it back. There was one other thing I did want to share with people is that if you do have just the one social media that you want to bring people to, most of these services actually generate a QR code for you. And they're kind of cute.
I think Instagram does, doesn't it?
Yes, yes. I think even like TikTok, YouTube doesn't, at least not that I'm aware of. I think even Twitch does. So here, I can show you on the web version. You can do this on the app as well. But right here, QR code.
Nice.
So you put this up and it lets you pick some colors and things like that. It's really
Cool.
cute. It's very obvious. This is going
And it's got your name too.
Yeah, it's got the name right there too. So this is a really great way, especially if you just have one place that you're trying to guide people to get a QR code without, any issues.
Nice.
And so going back to where do I link people to, especially for anybody who has multiple profiles and things that they want to point people to, I wanted to show Good Morning Brickworld as an example, because we have what's called a Linktree link. With the Linktree link, what this is, and there's multiple services, and I am going to share a couple in the chat here. There's Linktree, there's Willow. Some of them have paid services. Some of them allow link tracking and all kinds of stuff, especially like if you wanted to know how many people are clicking these links. I know Linktree will let you embed like your latest YouTube video or things like that. So they have some advanced features, but this is a great way this is a great URL to use for that QR code. So that way, if anything ever changes or you add more things to it, you have like one landing place where people can go. And so like, for example, if you go to the Good Morning Brickworld, yes, follow link. You'll see we've got some stuff here for Good Morning Brickworld. I do need to make some updates to it, but you can see we have the YouTube playlist. We've got our website, things like that. And again, this is, a lot of these services are free. So with that in mind, I also wanted to bring up that when you do create a QR code, whatever that URL is, it is never going to change. So keep that in mind.
Yes.
You can't, let's say you go ahead and you print it out with your, let's say I do my Amberlia Builds one, and it goes to my Instagram. I can't now update it. It's going to go there forever, which is why it's really great to use something like Linktree, because all you do is update your Linktree. If for some reason you changed your Instagram and the URL and everything's different, or you added a new one, or you just go to your Linktree and you update it, or your Willow, or whatever link in bio service that you're using. So I hope that wasn't too boring. I'm sorry.
No, it was very informative. Yeah. So everybody, this was Amberlia's, tech tips. I don't want to tell everybody that you will have them out every week. I think it's just something that, she's going to do. Correct me if I'm wrong, just as you feel fit.
Yeah. When I feel like there's something to share.
Something to share. Yeah.
Yeah. And especially, like I said, with this coming up with, Brickworld Chicago. Oh, and there's one thing I actually wanted to share to give kind of an example. And I know business cards, blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't bring them. People don't want them or anything. But I heard the idea of people leaving stuff if you like their mock. Right. So I actually got these printed where it's got, let me do the little thing here. Oh, there we are. So it says here, I love your mock. And then on the back, I've got my logo and my QR code. And that goes to a Linktree that I have.
Excellent.
So yeah, that's something that I was hoping to maybe go around and when I see a mock, and maybe the person's super busy and chatting with someone, I don't get a chance to chat. I just kind of want to leave a little, hey, I thought your mock was really cool.
Definitely. No, that is great. And again, really awesome tip. I mean, look, and I want to let everybody know as well, and then I'm going to say hello to a couple of new people that jumped in. For the show, for us, we like to try and have basically an arsenal of content, you know what I mean, that we have at our disposal, so to speak, that You know, that way we can I think it's good for the show to fluctuate, rotate certain things because it kind of keeps it fresh. You know, it keeps you guys more engaged. That even though you might really, really like something, you know it's going to come back again, even if it doesn't come back right away. But just want to let you guys know about that. All right, so a couple new people I've seen out there. What is it, Trevor saying on Instagram? If you go to profile settings, there's an option to create. Yes. So where am I here? I wanted to say, first of all, Shadow War 1 is Goblin Zero, who we showed their mock earlier. But again, thank you for being a member. We appreciate you. Big Nate Bricks in the house. What's going on?
Hello.
Big Nate. Journal of the Scots. What's going on, Journal? Hello. Pumped for Brickworld Chicago. Let's go. We're trying, but we can't go yet. But we're getting there. Andrew Phillips in the house. Good morning, Brickworld. I've been creeping for a bit, listening. It's in the car home now. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I got to tell you, sometimes that almost means more to us because, you know, you're doing stuff and still listening to us. You know, we appreciate that. You know what I mean? I mean, of course we appreciate all of you, but like, right, you know, if I'm watching a stream, I'm sitting at my desk, you know what I mean? It's real easy. But like, you know, if I'm working and listening to a podcast or something, you know, it's just, anyways, I'm talking too much. Simon, good afternoon. How are you? And Two Humble Bricks, good morning.
Hello.
Love the card idea. Looks awesome. Yeah. There's all right. So let's get into prepping for Brickworld. And then I know we do have a couple other things to mention. But look, Jay, when you're ready, you let me know. Jay has a little something for us in this hour of
Do I?
What has to do with what? Has to do with weather.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can do that now.
I really should have done that. That was not secretive when I was like trying to whisper in the microphone.
No, this is a well-respected annual tradition.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, everybody. Jay is going to give us an annual weather report. So every year,
the weather report. What we're looking at for, I just have it on my phone.
Yeah, but it's just
that works.
Yeah,
reading it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're getting in Tuesday, looks like there's a bit of a chance for rain. High of 68 degrees. These will also be all in Fahrenheit, not Celsius.
Yeah, sorry, everybody.
Wednesday, high of 82, looks to be a bit cloudy. Thursday and Friday both look to be partly sunny, highs of 79 and 81 respectively. Saturday, bit of a chance of rain, 45% chance, high of 78. And Sunday, high of 82, looks to be cloudy.
Okay, and what was Wednesday again?
Partly cloudy, high of 82. Okay. So we're looking at low 70s, high 80s. So not as hot as last year.
So
wait, not high 80s, right?
No, low 80s.
Oh, okay.
So, look, it's really important for everybody to understand the reason why we want to do an annual weather report for Brickworld is for two reasons. One, it is important to know what the weather is going to be for our activities that will be outside of the convention area. You know, if you're going to go out to the Lego stores and stuff, you know, you just want to know what the weather's going to be like, especially if you're going to walk around downtown or something like that. But there's two specific days I really want to know what the weather's going to be like. One is Wednesday and one is Sunday. Yeah. And that's because on Wednesday, that's when everybody starts loading their mocks in, and you don't want to be loading your mock in a pouring rain.
Yeah. So Wednesday,
especially I got electrical stuff with my mocks.
Wednesday looks to be pretty low on the chance of rain. Doesn't look like there'll be a lot of rain. Some clouds, but not any rain.
I mean, you know, you have to get through it anyways. Same with Thursday. Me, us will probably have to rotate. I mean, Amberlia doesn't have like a big mock, so to speak, to carry. You know what I mean? But like, I might have to carry mine, and Jay and Amberlia might have to be my wing people, man, and like have a tarp or something over it while I'm carrying it. I don't know.
Ready.
It's not going to rain that much.
Okay, and the other one was Sunday, because that's the day that you unload. And something else I didn't realize until I was reading, which I should have known or I might have read and forgot, but you can't pull your mock from the convention center on Sunday until 3:00.
Yeah, you can't pull it until after public hours,
which changes my driving schedule a little bit because I was going to get out at like noon, 1:00 or something. So it looks like, I'll be driving home a little later than expected. Yes.
Also, I would say, I think that, you know, weather's important to know, especially if like you are not staying at a hotel at the convention center and you've got to get out and you have to drive, or maybe you're walking, maybe you're close enough to walk. You know, it would be good to know, do I need an umbrella? Do I, you know, what's going to happen?
So Macro brings up, dude, use your dolly, hate to trip the last AV. So no, check this out. And this is important for people that, you know, I will be helping other people. I've got a dolly I'm going to bring with me. It's great. It's like a little fold up one. But you can use it as like a hand cart for some smaller stuff, but it's great because it like kind of flips up, and then it's a dolly. Like you can put boxes on it and carry it. It's great for totes and stuff like that. I doubt I'm going to put the mock on it, because the mock's like yesterday when I was cleaning, you know, Mrs. Hive's like, oh, you can put the mock right here in the back seat. And I'm like,
Brickworld sent out a whole email last night about loading in and loading out.
Yeah, it's important to read that too if you're going to be doing that.
Yeah, I read a lot of that last night.
I skimmed through it. I just need to reread it, make sure there's nothing obvious that I should know about.
Yeah, for us, since we're smaller displays, we can just hand carry in our stuff.
And look, I know I'm going to sound like a parent or some type of authoritative figure when I say this, but look, it's important, very important, that you do, if you're bringing a mock, that you read the rules for the setup. Please don't be one of those people that's walking around with their heads up their ass because they didn't read anything, and they're going to ruin stuff for everybody else. They're going to get in people's way. They're going to bother volunteers that should be focusing more on other things. You know, look, I'm not saying you can't do something wrong or you might need help, but read the rules. Don't, you know, come on. All right. Anyways, moving on.
Also,
all right.
To help people, I'm going to add a link in the chat to the map.
Oh, yes. The map.
In fact,
do you know where you're at on the map? Every time I say the map,
I'm going to pull up the map to share screen so that you guys can also see it.
That's the link for everybody if you'd like to check that out.
Okay, so here's the map. I'm assuming it's up there by now.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So you can see we have this whole lovely big area of many things.
Yeah, and the Good Morning Brickworld crew will be at area 74.
Yeah, we'll be over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can kind of see you can see Thick right there.
Yeah,
and we'll I think on our I want to first off, I will have the week off, so I'm gonna have so much time to do stuff. I am hoping on our Instagram to be able to like post like on our stories and stuff like our map and kind of show like, you know, the picture of the map where we are. So if you're just kind of wondering where we are, I'll pin that on our Instagram story and everything, and be sharing all kinds of information up there. One thing I do want to throw out there is that something like this is a fantastic time. I know people are talking about my camera. I think my internet is a little on the wonky side.
Yeah, I think it was a little on the wonky side, but that's all right.
Yeah. So I was going to say that this is a fantastic time to record or re-record a Good Morning Brickworld intro message. Those ones that we like to show in the intros. So
yes,
if you'd like to record one of those, or don't be surprised if we accost you and ask you to record one, just, you know, look out for us.
Yeah, everybody watching, I'm not gonna lie.
Also,
we're probably gonna ask you guys.
Yeah,
if as long as we think about it, I don't know.
And when we do record your intro, unless it's like in the middle of the night and really quiet, we're probably going to ask you to like step outside the main convention center because it can be a bit loud. Yeah. I remember I tried recording an intro for a couple people once and it was loud.
Well, some of it worked good. Like, for instance, the one with Moto and Brick Blaze, like that.
Yeah. But that was in the morning and it was pretty quiet.
Yeah. So, what's Pinguel say? I'll be at New Hashima. Where the display. I got it. Journal says I'm volunteering the registration table 2 to 4 on Thursday. Stop by. Right on. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I thought you always rebel over the rule.
So there are many areas here that you can go to. There'll be maps like actually in the convention hall. It probably says it somewhere down here. Like there's an event. Yeah, event map.
Yeah,
somewhere.
there was something for
They said there was
it's above the emergency exit to the right.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you have questions and stuff, that's where to go.
Yeah, there'll be event maps around.
Yeah. But dude, yeah, I mean, we're gonna be near the concession stand, so
yeah,
we'll probably be seeing a lot of people.
Snacks.
Snacks.
Good for snacks.
Snacks. All right, so let's talk about prep. I'm assuming Amberlia's internet was just like, screw you, screw Good Morning Brickworld. So she will be back, I'm sure, as soon as possible. All right, so prep for Brickworld. All right, I will lead this little train conversation. I've got this thing right now. There's only the biggest thing. Hey, Shy, what's up? The biggest thing I need to worry about is if I have to stop suddenly. But I feel like no matter what I do, you're just not really gonna be able to avoid anything if you stop suddenly. So this is my plan for transporting this thing because it is bigger than it looks. So I'm gonna transport it on this board that it's on, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put screws in, going kind of all the way around, not like thousands of them, but like just enough,
Yeah,
like every so often. So that way, to the board, it's not moving, right? Then I'm gonna take like bubble wrap or something similar to it and wrap it around it, snug, not tight, just snug, right? So it'll give a little bit of give, but hopefully it'll contain anything if it falls off. And then I'm going to have like some boxes and stuff around it, The only thing that I haven't quite figured out yet, and I got to check the back of my truck again to see where there are hooks to put straps, is because this isn't going to slide off the board, but will this board slide around the back of the truck, man? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to like kind of figure out. But I'm not gonna be a speed demon or anything, you know what I mean? I just, again, as long as I don't have any sudden stops, I should be fine. By the way, Larry, what's up? It's bigger than it looks.
So
that's what she said.
That
is what she said. That's what Mrs. Hive said. She's like,
my plan for transporting involves this bin that I've yet to put anything in, because as I found out last night, the bottom here is slightly less. The length is slightly less than 2 32 by 32 base plates, which means I'm going to have to put some padding in it first in order to actually put the bottom of my mock down. And then we'll see how everything fits together. And then
you have how many again? 2 or 3?
2. This one.
I thought you could say 4. I was like, God dang it.
Get it right, Hive. It's 15.
What's up, Brick Scene?
I have this as well to bring.
I love that.
I don't know how I'm going to transport that. We'll see.
By the way, you look a lot clearer. Clearer.
Yeah, the internet went bleh, and so I had to reset everything. So now it's all happy now.
Right on.
So
David's just showing us his.
This will be how I transport it somehow. We'll work things out. I'm going to remove a few of the more delicate elements from the temple, like this whole top portion and the tree and the gate and a few other things.
And I'm
also
so impressed.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just telling Jay I was impressed. But what's up? Yeah.
No, I was going to post in the chat. This was one more link I wanted to share. So these are the links to the Android app and the iOS app for Good Morning Brickworld, which they're doing this year. So it's an app that's in general for events. And so you look up Good Morning Brickworld and then not Good Morning Brickworld, I'm sorry, Brickworld Chicago. You look up Brickworld Chicago, although the idea of us having our own convention. Anyway, all right. So you look it up, you sign in with the email address that you use to register. And what's really awesome is your information's there, the all of the events coming up, and then you can add them to your schedule, which is really cool. So you can kind of schedule out your day and take a look and see what's coming up next. Super helpful because everybody's gonna have their phones out, right? So
yeah, for example, here I have mine. See, like I have the Fold concert, which is the Ninjago song people. And then down
Nice.
here at the bottom, I have the garage sale and World of Lights in here.
Nice.
So you can just plan out your events and
Yeah.
schedule everything. You can also see who else is on this. There's a whole... Sometimes this app takes a while to load, but there's a whole community.
We highly suggest using the app. It definitely helps. It's very interactive and it's very detailed as far as the events going on and stuff like that.
That's something I hadn't considered.
Vendors as well, because there's gonna be some mad vendorism going on. That's not a word, but sorry. By the way, Tasman, what's up, my friend? How you doing?
Hello. Did you see our shout out? I don't know. Well, don't worry. The shout outs, we do post them. It takes me a while at the end of the week, but I am getting in the habit now of posting them like right before the next episode.
Yeah.
Did I miss table? Did I miss more TJ table?
Well, you guys really like that.
Oh, yeah, give me that sweet table content. Oh yeah, there it is. Love it.
By the way, Craigster says the thing is, if it does break, it breaks, and you can rebuild. If it was a glass model, you would be shafted. Take pics is what I do. I can't remember where things went. Yeah,
that's a great idea.
I got a lot of experience doing that when I moved twice from my last home to the apartment we lived in for a while, and then from the apartment we lived in for a while to this home. I still haven't completely rebuilt everything, but it's there. Hive Fest 2024. Well, look, I can tell you this. Again, we can't predict the future, but we have plans for even the next Brickworld. And I think instead of the table being labeled like kind of under me, for instance, I think we're going to do like a Good Morning Brickworld table. So that way it would just kind of represent all three of us as a whole. You know what I mean? And then we could still put whatever mock we want there, but I don't know. There's a lot of different directions I want to go. A lot of different things that we want to do. Everything from just us maybe doing some lives, again, the mock table, display table, to even just checking out to see how much it costs to have maybe a vendor spot. You know what I mean? And I can sell not just Good Morning Brickworld merch, but like, other stuff as far as my artwork goes. But now, as far as mocks, that's kind of how Jay and I are doing ours. Amberlia has her brick heads, right?
I do. I'm going to put them in my suitcase.
I wasn't sure if you had anything else that was going on.
I spent the last 2 weeks pretending that I was going to wire up my own lights and build like a little stage thing, and I was going to put some gears together to make everything spin around, and it never happened. So it's just the sig figs.
I mean, these things happen.
Not sig figs. The sig brickheads.
Sig heads.
Sig heads.
Sig heads.
I don't know, everybody in the chat, what do you think? What would you call a signature brickheads?
Yeah.
Because for the life of me, and I know this sounds ridiculous, I can't really think of any out there besides the one that Amberlia has done. Like even Space Time, who makes brickheads more than anybody I've ever seen.
And sure sig heads is a thing.
Oh, wow. By the way, Lightning JR, or would I say Lightning Junior? That's probably a more correct way to say that. Lightning Junior, thank you for being here. I believe you're a new face around here. So
yes.
Good morning to you, and thank you.
Welcome.
Yes, welcome. Let's see, anybody else out there I missed? A sig brick. Yeah, sig head, sig brick. I don't know. It's kind of an interesting one. What's your plan for Good Morning Brickworld next week?
Yes.
Well, that's technically something else we've been prepping for Brickworld.
Yes. It's why I had to buy a second suitcase.
Well, our tech support of the group, also known as Amberlia Builds, like she just said, has a whole nother suitcase just dedicated to tech, which doesn't surprise us because that's kind of like what she does for a living. So she's involved in all that kind of stuff. I'm out to see you at Chicago. Bye, Journal. Yes, we'll definitely see you in a couple of days. So look, there's probably still a little tiny, maybe fine-tuning detail stuff we're going to work out. But for the most part, show will be not like normal, but and it's also going to be an hour earlier. But you'll see it.
No, it'll be an hour earlier technically for you, Hive, but it'll happen at the same time.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it's
an hour earlier.
Yeah, because it happens at 9 a.m. Central.
I was only thinking because of when the
So.
public starts coming in, but that doesn't
Yeah.
matter because we're going up to the room for the second hour. So basically, I think we decided on, unless it changes, Amberlia is basically going to be at the control board, basically running the show from the sky. Jay and I will be on the floor, just acting like Arcellus, man.
Yes. Yes.
I have no clue. Look, this is the details part. Us three will work out before that show, is just kind of like what kind of format we'll have. You know what I mean? How loosey goosey it'll be, because clearly Jay and I we're not gonna be sitting in front of a screen. You know what I mean? Really. So like we won't know. So it might just be kind of like playing it by ear, but yeah. And then we know the second hour, into the second hour, like Jay and I will come to where Amberlia is, and we'll do the show together, because there's gonna be too much noise going on.
Once the public gets there, it's crowded and it's loud.
Right. So will the show be?
Yes, and I will be in my hotel room with all the control.
Yes. But that's we never doubted that for 1 second. So but no, seriously though, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be just crazy. So look, that being said, this is something that all of you should be aware of. You might be on Good Morning Brickworld if you're in Chicago. If you want to be on Good Morning Brickworld, by all means, please come up to me or Jay while we're at live. You know what I mean? Just remember it's live. So whatever you post on the internet, you know, it stays there. But seriously, if you do anything vulgar, I'm gonna you're gonna see a very angry Hive. You need to be respectful, obviously. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Prepping for the mocks, we talked about that. Prepping for Good Morning Brickworld, the show. You know, that's basically how that's gonna go. Amberlia, I'm sorry, were you gonna say something?
Oh no, I wanted to I had started this for earlier, or for us to make sure we bring up about the medieval times, and so make sure that we are getting in contact and letting Sean and team and stuff know.
Yeah, Sean, if you're out there, I just assumed you probably reached out to who you wanted to go, and I would hope with something of that kind of magnitude, and I don't mean like it's like the big most important thing like going to medieval dinner, but of the magnitude of like trying to group together people to do something while we're in Chicago. I would think that they would have replied to you by now, and if they have and they were just like, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure, then if you have to make reservations, man, make them, because I don't know how busy it's going to be, and we don't want to lose reservations just because one person couldn't make a decision. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it. Tech says I know that too well. Rick says, yo, Taz, hope you're good, mate. Yes, good. Medieval times also sucks to deal with, honestly. I have no clue. I've never been there. I've always wanted to go, seen it in movies. People talk about it. There's going to be a handful of things that we're going to try and do.
It's been a while since I've been there, but I've been there.
I think the things that we have and this is something, again, that us three have talked about, and we're going to talk about it a little bit more once we're together, is like, I kind of want to plan out dinners for the most part. Lunches and breakfasts and other things, you know, like, okay, whatever. But I kind of want to, because one thing I hate, man, is like waiting or trying to figure out like, oh, we're all going to eat here. Like, man, someone just got to take the lead and say, no, this is where we're eating. If you don't want to eat here, I'm sure there's 1,000 other places to go, man. So that's kind of something I wanted to plan on. I know we're going to be hitting up Bricks and Minifigs and Lego stores. But we will see.
You missed your shout out, Richie.
Yeah, you got to go back and watch the first.
You got to go back.
Like, I don't know, half hour or so.
So I did want to bring up, because obviously I am all starry-eyed and like, ooh, convention, ooh, Chicago. Yes. Oh, Larry. Yes. Don't forget to eat. Yeah, that is yes, yes, because that can happen. That can absolutely happen. But there are some really cool activities going on there. And one, I wanted to highlight a couple just in case other people were maybe interested or might be going there, because it'd be awesome to like see you at some of these activities too. First off, I saw that they are doing I mentioned maybe this before, Pybricks is going to be doing a session on how to, use their, use their software for programming the hubs and things like that. And apparently they're obviously with like the robot and the creator stuff, you can do more stuff with it. But even like the hubs and Technic and stuff, the power up ones, you can program those too. So I think that's going to be really cool. And they're going to do a demonstration on that. And that could be really awesome for people who are doing some movement stuff. Also, I saw that there is going to be, I think there's 2 versions of it. There's like a white elephant type game that they are doing there.
Yeah.
Which I think is really exciting. It's
the Dirty Brickster, I think it is.
The Dirty Brickster, yes. And for those of you, in case you're wondering what a white elephant is, in essence, you bring a gift, right? And there's like a certain amount, like threshold you need to spend for it. And like you wrap it and kind of people try to hide what it is. Yeah. And then numbers get drawn and you just randomly open something and then you swap because you want something that somebody else has. And it gets really fun. And it can just be a really neat way for you to meet and interact with people. So that's one of the things I did want to put out there too, is especially if maybe this is your first convention or maybe you're a little shy. I think this is a great way to interact with people and just kind of do stuff that's really fun. So I wanted to recommend those 2 things that are going on.
Definitely. God, there's a lot going on too, isn't there? So do they serve pizza? I'm sure they serve pizza there, man.
Yeah, I believe they do.
I saw Will's comment about the one at Arundel Mills. Yeah, I know there's one there. And every time I'm at the mall, I look at it. I could just go there by myself. Because usually when I'm at the Arundel Mills Mall, I'm by myself because I'm going to a Lego store. But I don't know. Yeah, Mrs. Hive and I talked about it. We might even do it in a month when my mom and my kid are here. So, but anyways, Rich says I played Dirty Bricks once, bought some brickheads. I didn't want, unfortunately, left with them too.
That can happen.
So something else I wanted to talk about with the prep. For some of us, so I don't think Amberlia, but I definitely know Jay and I will be selling some Lego. So that's something, a little bit of prep work involved with that as well. Now, it's not too much. It's not too difficult. Same way you move your mock, because a lot of stuff is literally sets. They're in boxes. That's easy to carry.
Some bags,
like what Jay's talking about.
Nice.
The thing that I'm gonna have a lot of minifigs I'm gonna sell. So I don't know if I'm gonna just try and individually bag them up or put the base plate with them on in a box or
dragon.
Dragon. So clearly that's something that because Jay and I we did not. I say we. I missed the even though Jay even reminded me, I missed the registration for the garage sale, but they had a lottery for a few extra tables, and I won the lottery. So Jay and I will be, and maybe Amberlia too. It depends on if she got anything she wants to sell. But we will have a table, and we will be selling some stuff. So definitely check that out. Also, I will be selling a little bit of extra stuff that I've already looked at the rules. You're not allowed to sell at the garage sale. So I'm gonna have like probably a handful or so of some Black Series and Funko Pops. Like for instance, I got one right here. So if you collect Funko Pops, by all means, hit me up. You can message me on Instagram. Like this is one that I'll be selling. It's an exclusive one. It came with a shirt, but yeah, it's IG-11 with a towel. It's from the first season. So yeah, I can't remember how much it is. I'd have to look it up, but and then I've got one that I'm going to be giving to Amberlia. But yeah, so again, some little extra things to be sold. Are you
Just
selling the
the-
castle too, or just the,
Just the dragon, because the castle's been it was parted out a long time ago.
right? So, so yeah, we'll probably have some gift purchases for sale, and like I said, minifigs, some sets. I gotta find the cooler that kind of goes with it. But like this is another thing I'll be selling. I got a couple of the cars. Yeah, so good times, good stuff. But yeah, as far as the prepper goes, oh, hey Liz, good morning. Thank you for being here.
All of this 2017 Republic fighter tank.
Ooh,
Won't
that
have-
reminds me.
Won't have Ayla Sakura, but it'll have everything else.
That reminds me something that Jay and I were talking about, and I still haven't made a decision. So I'll ask the chat and see what they think. So I have a few of what he just showed, the sets for what was it, 182nd?
Well, no. Well, the set I showed is a different set. It's an older version.
Oh, you got the older.
You have the newer version.
I have the new version, but the figs that come with it, the clones. Like I have multiples of those. I have some of the Ahsoka, with the original helmet trooper. And what I'm wondering is, should I take those out of the packages and sell them, like individually, or even more so, I was thinking of selling them like 3 at a time, like a 3-pack, and putting them in the Lego build a minifig containers, right? Or packages. So should I pull them out of the boxes and sell them like that, or should I just keep them sealed in the boxes and just sell the sets? You know what I mean? I haven't decided.
Okay. So put a 1 if you think he should take them out, right?
Yes.
And sell them individually. So 1 in the chat is for selling them individually, taking them out. A 2 is for keeping them sealed.
And
So
just
put a
selling
number
people the
2
set.
if you think, yeah, and selling the set. Yeah. So
Hey Redman, what's up? Good morning.
hello.
And the reason I'm having a hard time trying to figure it out is because I don't know if people would want to buy the whole set. You know what I mean? It's like, would they not want to buy the whole set because they just want the clone figures, or maybe they want the whole set because they want to keep it sealed? It's like, So King, dude, you both say sealed. Interesting.
So we've got
Because if I
few
sell them sealed, they're going to cost more. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
but
I'm not going to
just
charge
to
people out
say
the butt. But
can
I'm
be
not
easy to buy. Oh, this is a good point.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, Tech brings
Right.
up a good.
Yeah.
Once you've
See,
sold the figs, the build, you just have to build.
I'm such an indecisive person too. Like I feel like I sell so many times I need people to make decisions for me too. But of course, there might be some people out there being like, I want to buy those figs. One. But hey, money talks, man, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll probably take them out.
Oh no, I was going to mention maybe for Hive, for you and TJ, it might be a good idea. And if you want to put it on the Good Morning Brickworld Instagram or tag us, you can. Maybe you should create an Instagram post that has pictures of the things that you're going to have at the garage sale, just so that people kind of know what to expect, what's going to be there, and share that out. And then at the garage sale time, you can have people, come up and do their thing.
Mm. Yeah, and I will say, as I'm starting to want to get more and more into mock building, I don't mind if like nobody wanted to buy the whole set. You know what I mean? Because I just take all those parts, man. Dude, I have 3 of those tanks, and then 3 more from the Ahsoka sets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And those are just those clone troopers and stuff. Like I've got like other figs and I'll be selling, but I've also got I'll have a couple of the ECS figs too as well. So I've sold figs and offer. Oh, right. I already said that. Stop motion. Yeah, it took a long time, no doubt.
I mean, Hive, if you want to take out one of the Ahsoka troopers and maybe the Ahsoka as well, if you want to, I'd buy the rest of the Separatist tank.
Oh,
I'd buy one of those.
Ah,
I want the tank because I did a mod. It's up there in the corner. You probably can't see it because there's an ATT in the way. But I did a mod of one of those, and I want to do another one.
Right. No doubt. I even thought, even though I probably wouldn't do it just because of time, and so I even thought about taking 3 of them and making some really crazy looking detailed tank. King says, did we have a streamer lineup from Brick and Brood already? We do have it. I want to say me, like I thought of it. One of you two kind of mentioned to me. I think it was Jay. It was better to have it towards the end of the show. It just makes it a little easier to remember once the show is over with, instead of like you trying to remember like at the beginning or halfway through the show. But yeah, we got to come up in just a minute because we're getting close to time.
Yeah. We also didn't want to do it too soon and then have people who were still joining miss it.
Yeah.
So
good call. But yeah, I'm just looking over my list here. I think we got through everything. I mean,
did you make your announcement already? I know you mentioned that briefly.
Yeah, you wanted to get our reaction.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the announcement? I don't remember now.
I don't know. You said you wanted to get live reaction of TJ and Amberlia.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was off the top of my head.
And
you already remember where you said it.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
This is what he was gonna
seriously
announce.
I don't think I wrote it down.
This is the reaction we get.
Yeah,
it's just hot. The announcement was that
I've been waiting like this whole time. Like, oh my gosh, what is it? What is it?
And yes,
like, I don't remember.
75283.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I'm sure to come to me probably after the show's over with. Dang it, man. That's why I write stuff down. I might have even wrote it down and still can't even see it. Real quick before I do the streaming calendar, speaking of streams, I just wanted to mention that I'll be on a couple of Brickheads channel tonight. They're doing a super hype Brickworld stream. Yes. But I can't remember everybody, but I know Ryan, Life Bricks, they'll be on there as well. I know there's some other people. I can't remember everybody off the top of my head, but I just wanted to mention that. I'm being a horrible friend. Well. I can't remember what time. I want to say it's 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But
it's 9 o'clock Eastern. I think Ryan, Tyler, Shy, and yourself are all on there.
Okay, so Brick Hive?
Yes, Larry. Larry, we've got a deal.
Okay, sweet. So Brick Hive,
yeah.
When you post, like if you share a post or something that you're in to remind people that you're going to be on that show, tag at Good Morning Brickworld.
And how do you tag people again? I'm just kidding. Dude, Amberlia is gonna like reach to the screen and slap me, dude. Gosh, now you guys got me bugged out. Like I can't remember what I was gonna say to get your reaction from you. I feel like it was something you might have been talking about, and then I remember, like before the show started. Talk on it, man. It doesn't matter. Like I said, if it comes to me, it'll come to me. All right, so let's do like what
I was gonna say I missed this earlier. I like Jude's option, which was option 3.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what option 3 was.
I just wanted to call it out.
All right, so here is Brickworld's live stream calendar, and as always, you have
live stream calendar.
He's got a
I get a little excited about this.
He's got a new live stream for, I guess, the cover, so to speak, for the AFOL guide. So here we go.
Good morning, Brickworld. Welcome to the AFOL streaming guide for the week of June 12th to 18th. This week's highlighted show is London Calling, which is hosted by a cheeky bloke named Greg on the London Bridge Bricks channel. Every Friday, you can get caught up to date with all the LEGO news and happenings in this truly international show. Each week, Greg is joined by an amazing cast of AFOLs from around the world. This Friday, check out London Calling as I will be joining live from Brickworld Chicago to give a look at what's going on behind the scenes and tour around the Brickworld convention. Now let's get into this week's streaming guide. Please note that all times are in Eastern Standard Time Zone, and the times are subject to change, so see updates on Instagram. Here we go. Monday on Twitch at 4 a.m., Bailsy kicks off the week. Then at 8:30 p.m., Jean's version. On Instagram, Mom and Mo are on at 9 p.m. And over on YouTube at 8 p.m., All Grey Bricks will be streaming. Tuesday on Twitch at 4 p.m., Jake Studs. Then at 6 p.m., Brooks Bricks. On Instagram at 8 p.m., Mountains and Minifigs with Mark and Heather. Over on YouTube at 5 p.m., Mikey J Productions. Then at 8:30, Amberlia Builds will be streaming. And at 9 p.m., Stud Buds will begin. Wednesday on Twitch, Billsy is back at 4 a.m. And 12 hours later at 4 p.m., King Oldnorth Game Time begins. The only stream on Instagram is at 6 a.m., Rainbow Brick Slug. Over on YouTube, we have 3 shows starting at 8 p.m., Clicking Cliff, Bearded Bricks, and The Basic Brick. Then at 9 p.m., 2 more shows, The Bricksmith, and Canadian Brick Builders. Thursday on Twitch, Some Assembly Required is on at 4 p.m. On Instagram, starting at 7 a.m., Tom, the Brick Shelf, will be streaming with Teflon Todd, Brickapalooza, and the Brick Pen. Then at 7 p.m., Shoddy and Black Girls Brick 318 will be together. Over on YouTube at 3:30 p.m., Family Bricks, 8 p.m., Old Grey Bricks, and 2 Figs, 1 Set are on. And then at 9 p.m., a couple of Brickheads and Ben's Brick Designs are on. Friday has a lot of streams on YouTube, starting the day off with a couple pre-recorded shows. At 10 a.m., Cali Brick Click, and at 1 p.m., Brick Trains. At 2:30 p.m., I'll be joining Greg live from Brickworld on London Calling. And at 8 p.m., join your pals at Building with Buds. Real Whole Egg begins at 9 p.m., and the night finishes off at 10 p.m. with Full of Brick. The Saturday schedule is starting to fill out, beginning on Twitch at 8 a.m. with Tasman Bricks. Then at 9 a.m., Brooks Bricks takes over. Over on Instagram at 4:30 a.m., join Claire Lego Mom, The Brick Shelf, Lego Auto Hoss, Cooking with Bricks, and Bricks Why Not. Then if you're feeling adventurous, make sure to tune in at 9 p.m. with the gang over at 8 Ball After Dark. And closing out the night on YouTube at 10 p.m., Marco Bricks. Sunday is a full day. On Twitch, Gene's version is back at 12 p.m. and at 8 p.m., Mapping the Miles will be on. Over on YouTube at 10 a.m., Good Morning Brickworld is back. 11 a.m., Ben Brick Designs. At 1 p.m., Tricky Bricks will be on. At 2 p.m., Fab Blondie Bricks. At 3:30 p.m., The Brick Bods. At 7 p.m., Hauling and Balling will be in action. And closing out the guide on TikTok at 2 p.m. will be the very hilarious Easy Craftsman. Thank you very much for watching this week's April streaming guide. If you'd like to be featured next week, DM me, Brick and Brew, or the team at Good Morning Brickworld.
Okay, number one. That music is
hanging. Dude, I knew you were going to say that.
Oh my God. You couldn't see me. Like, well, you two could see me, but I was just like, that was
a
grooving
great
out. It was
song.
fantastic.
Great song.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, the work that Brick and Brood puts into that, like it just, like I am so impressed. That is so amazing. Just from the community. Thank you so much for doing that. In fact, on a couple of my Twitch streams, I've been mentioning like this calendar for just being a really great place to find like what's going on where. Like if you're like, I want to see a Lego stream, just check the calendar and be like, okay, today is Tuesday and it is 7 p.m. Who is on where? It's terrific. It's amazing. Thank you for all the work you do.
Yeah, definitely. It's such a great little addition to the show. And yeah, again, the effort that Brick Brew puts into it. I mean, with the editing, we've already mentioned about like he has a great speaking voice. And yeah, just God, that song was great. Odie Carden, good morning. Great video. Thank you for being here. Definitely appreciate you being here. Good morning to you. Nelson Neverland says, I'm going to go head to bed. Nice to see everyone. Good night, morning. Good. That messes me up. But good something to you, Mrs. Neverland. I hope you
also, I did want to put a quick disclaimer out there for this week. Keep in mind that Brickworld Chicago is happening this week. So don't be surprised if some of those streams maybe aren't happening or sometimes change a little bit. For instance, I have an 8:30 stream. We'll see if I am in my room, if I am settled and everything by then on Tuesday to do it. So I know I'm not alone in some of those things. So just keep in mind.
Over in Central Time, Amberlia, it's technically at 7:30. So at the very least, it might be at a different time.
That's true too. That's true too. There also could be some of us who are just like, wait, what time is it?
So yeah, definitely. For the week, obviously, yeah, things could be a little wacky. But some people are still going to stream. They're just going to stream from the rooms. Clearly, Good Morning Brickworld is still going to happen. And then, of course, some people aren't going to Brickworld. You know, like for instance, London Bridge Bricks, London Calling, that'd be normal, So Multigasm Geek, good morning to you. Tanjim, good morning. I know we are looking forward to seeing you as well. Yeah, and look, you have to also understand something too. A lot of you we've never seen in person, you know what I mean? Or we've only seen like a little image or something like that. So we might not recognize people. So if you come up to us, just say, hey, it's
Just come up and say hi.
Or,
yeah. Larry didn't recognize me when I first met him, although I wasn't wearing my glasses and I wasn't wearing my hoodie either. So that might have had something to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And plus, in person's different than on camera. I'm probably taller than people think.
Yeah, I'm apparently shorter than people think.
Yeah.
Me too. I have a long torso but short legs.
That's me too. Because I have the opposite of what a lot of people have, where I have longer legs and a shorter torso.
Yeah. No. I have like if you're just if I'm sitting next to people, like I look like I'm taller, and then I stand up and they get a lot taller. My little legs, always, they hang. Like my feet are never on the ground.
That's funny. Well, it's been a good show. I feel like the last couple of shows we've really gotten to express different perceptions and our feelings and techs and tricks and techniques and stuff about getting ready for conventions, and especially, I guess, Brickworld. Again, I know all three of us look fairly calm right now, but and for instance, look, Jay, I'm not saying Jay can't be nervous or whatever, but Jay has at least been there before. Like, this is a first for Amberlia and I. Like, we've never been there. But we're all going to be meeting tons of people for the first time.
Yeah.
So, but look, it's all love, like, even being different people, we can all put, just like if you're at a concert or a ball game or whatever, man, you put whatever is aside. We're there for Lego. We're there to share amongst each other, to meet people, to see things, that's what we're there for, man. You know what I mean? So it's all love.
I might explode. I was just thinking,
everybody stand back.
This is my first time meeting anyone. This is my first time at a Lego convention. This is my first time. I am technically displaying a mock. I know it's super tiny and small, but I'm super proud of it. It's my first time seeing mocks in person. People have seen my cute aggression. You may just see some weird excitement aggression come out of me. So just know it could just be overwhelming, and I may just want to.
I know, right? Yeah, trust me, you guys will hear me. If you're in the convention area, like the days, the private days and stuff like that, especially like the first day or two, you guys are gonna hear me. I am loud as crap, dude. I am so freaking loud. And on top of that, I'm gonna be screaming like in a little girl's voice every time I see somebody, probably. Yeah, we'll see what's going on, man. But it's gonna be fun. Like I said, it's all love. It's all love. All right, so let's go around the panel here. Amberlia, you got anything you want to share, shout out, complain about before we get out of here?
Yeah. So I am going to be on Fab Blondie's Bricks later today. Super exciting for that. Awesome. So there's been some mention about a little bit of the Twitch drama. Because apparently you're not allowed to multi-stream anymore. So there are going to be some changes coming to my stream schedule. As of this point, I'm going to actually be doing part of my stream on YouTube, and then I am going to do a after stream, or basically a build stream after party on Twitch. So that's going to be, I don't know how long that's going to go for, but you will still see me 8:30 on Tuesdays on YouTube, just not for quite as long. And then I'll be jumping over to Twitch. And then occasionally I'll just be doing like some random streams on Twitch as well. And Good Morning Brickworld in Chicago. So yeah, that's what I've got going on.
Rock on. Before we get to Jay, I want to mention that the Twitch thing. So Jay and Amberlia are definitely, and Jay will mention this in just a second, but yeah, they're streaming on Twitch. They're doing some good stuff out there. So I feel like Jay and Amberlia are kind of like our threads to Twitch. They can be gateways for you guys. Because eventually I got to get all my crap together, but eventually their Twitch links and stuff will be in the description as well. So yeah, definitely it'll be just an easy way for you guys to mosey on over there and figure out how to watch them. So anyways, Jay, what about you, brother?
So uploaded a video of all things, did a second vlog and haul of the markets, which is behind this. And
Excellent.
so that's out there. There'll be a third vlog and haul very soon because I bought these and other things. I still have to finish actually buying things in order to fully edit that together. There also may be some Twitch streams. There might be a Twitch stream today, maybe tomorrow as well, maybe even Tuesday. We'll see. And I'm not sure if Lub is happening this week. It might be. If so, I might appear on there briefly.
If you post on Instagram, tag Good Morning Brickworld.
Yeah. live from Brickworld. And other than that, it's just Good Morning Brickworld at Brickworld Chicago doing stuff.
Yeah, awesomeness. By the way, TITANIUMJAY, those are good comments. I agree.
Yeah, those were great advice. Great advice.
Also, King, yeah, of course, Brent and I will be doing interesting stuff there. Shaw. YouTube is the gateway streaming drug to Twitch. I mean, look, we won't obviously get into it right now, but yeah,
I was gonna say that's a whole episode. That's a whole episode.
It's a weirdly decisive kind of thing, you know what I mean? For different reasons, but that's neither here nor there. Just the fact that for the fans of Jay and Amberlia, or even if you're just curious about Twitch and you don't really like, clicking on their links will bring you there at least. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's a good thing. And like, we put our Instagram stuff on there. If Jay or Amberlia were all of a sudden like, hey, could you share my Instagram, my Twitter or whatever, I'd share that, you know. And eventually it will also be on the Linktree as well. I'm sure of that. So,
yes. Okay.
And as far as me, well, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Got a lot going on over the next few days. So I may go live like on the road, you know, for a little bit. It's possible. I generally don't like doing that. It depends. It's not like about the driving part and streaming. I can do that. It's just I don't know how. If I have like clearly a long stretch of road, that's fine. But I don't like messing up my map. You know what I mean? I like that GPS to be focused. So, but beyond that, yeah, we'll be in Brickworld next week. Obviously, I will be putting out a daily vlog, which will probably start Wednesday morning or Thursday morning, just depending on how soon I start on them. But if all goes as well, I should have one. They'll be kind of quick, like maybe 10 minutes or something like that. But I'll have one out every day, you know, just like I did when I was at Brick Fair. And I remembered real quick the thing I was going to say to get their reaction. It's nothing extreme. It's nothing extreme.
Okay.
It's nothing. Okay. It's something crazy. Okay. It's nothing like that. I might leave a day earlier. So I might actually be leaving Monday, staying at a place Monday night, and then showing up Tuesday morning. For multiple reasons. One, you and Macro and T-Mog and, well, obviously Jay and obviously Richie will all be there. But Chef will also be there on Tuesday.
Oh. Okay, I thought you were leaving Brickworld a day early. I was like, why are you leaving a day early?
No, apparently I can't leave Brickworld until at least 3 o'clock Sunday afternoon.
Well, okay, I was like, what's happening?
Your mock has to stay up until that point. I mean, you could.
Dude, imagine if I was like,
and then I just take it home.
Jay, you keep that. You keep that $500 mock, dude. No. Because originally they thought that I was gonna leave on Tuesday and get there Wednesday. But things have been going quick and smooth, so I might actually just leave like Monday, and it's still gonna be a non-stressful trip. I'll leave Monday probably around noon, 1-ish, stop around 7-ish, get some dinner, stay the night, and then get up and make it. So, all right, yeah, I don't really have anything else to tell you guys on that because it's just gonna be loosey goosey for the next week. So, but again, thank you everybody for being here with us. It means the world to us. Again, the show is nothing with all of you. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Here's the new outro.
Good morning.